What's up, everybody? It's Coach Colt and Zion here today. We're going to be going over NPC posing in the category of men's physique, aka the one where you get to actually wear some halfway decent clothing.
SetYourLife.com. A Vancouver, Washington, 30 years old, from Team Skullbellz Gyms. Let's Colt Hilton.
After this video, as a follow-up, you should really grab yourself a copy of this book if you're serious about bodybuilding. Men's physique, doesn't matter what category it is. This is not a ketogenic book. This is a standard contest prep book, and so it's one of the best in the industry, and it's the one that I cut my teeth on that Taylor and I use for coaching our clients that are not on ketogenic diets. So can't recommend this one enough by Cliff Wilson. If you've never heard of him before, you should follow him too. All of his athletes are shredded 4 or 5 weeks out before the shows. He's definitely has a reputation for that. So I'm gonna start by reading word for word exactly how to nail these 3 poses as the way that Cliff describes, and then I'll demonstrate how to do it right after that. All right, let's jump in with the first one, which is the front pose. The first pose in men's physique is the front pose. This pose can be done a few ways. You should stand with your feet facing the judges and set about shoulder width apart. Flex and pull in the abs very tightly because the abs are one of the primary areas of focus in men's physique. You should then slightly twist your hips so that you can give the illusion of a smaller waist. Do not twist too much or the judges may ask you to face the front. You should flare your lats. Your hands can then either be out to your sides or you may have one hand on your hip. Keep your chin up and your shoulders down, and your smile should look genuine. Cool? All right, let's get into the side pose. After you complete the front pose, the judge will ask you to quarter turn to the right. You then go to the side pose. With this pose, you should turn your feet to face the side of the stage and keep your hips squared toward the side of the stage. Then rotate your shoulders to face the judges while strongly flexing your abs and your intercostals. You can either have both arms at your sides or one hand at your hip. Turn your head toward the judges to keep your chin up. Your smile should look genuine. I'm noticing a common theme with how they're advocating smiles, which I'm a fan of, by the way. Flex from the neck down, not from the neck up, right? All right, and that brings us to the rear relaxed pose, or the back pose, whatever you want to call it. After the side pose, you will be asked to quarter turn once again and face the stage for the back pose. You should then have your feet and your hips toward the back of the stage. Lift your rib cage up as high as you can and flare your lats as you flex them. Your arms should be out toward your sides at about a 45-degree angle, and you should have the option to place one hand on your hip. Lean back very slightly and keep your head up. And a few more thoughts from me. Okay, so when it comes to the front pose, personally, you gotta find what works best for you, but I like to have one hand on the hip. It looks more natural, it feels more natural, and it shows that I know the differences to the judges between the classic poses and the men's physique poses because I do both categories. So play around and see which side works for you. I like to get kind of fidgety on stage and switch which hip my hand is on. The reason for that is because I want the judges looking at me. I really, really want their attention. I want them to be like, oh yeah, I saw that guy earlier in the show, and here he is back again doing a different category. And the more that I can keep their attention and hold it, then the better chance that I hope I have of being towards the center of the stage and placing better. So here I am just playing with a couple different hand positions. That's pretty much it for the front pose and the back pose. The whole goal is to display a narrow waist the entire time. Okay, now I'm coming out for a T-walk, and they'll give you a crash course on this before the show, so it's not something that I spend a whole lot of time practicing, but it is an opportunity for me to show a couple of poses that they don't ask for. If you want to throw a little bit of bicep here and there, that's okay. Depending on the judge, typically you're not marked down for that. This is NPC that I'm practicing for right now too, and so I've done both. I've done all the natural federations and NPC shows, drug tested in both of them, and they typically don't ask for a side relax in NPC. Thanks so much for watching the video. Hope you got a lot out of it. If you did, please share it. That would be the coolest thing ever, because up until this point, all of our growth has been organic, and we're trying to keep it that way. And the last thing is a huge shout out to our sponsors, Celtic Sea Salt, specifically the pink cave salt. This stuff I've been taking about 10 grams a day every single day for the last 2-3 months, and probably will the rest of my life. It is awesome. It's got a 1-to-1 potassium to sodium ratio. So if you're trying to get more potassium, or if you're trying to lower your sodium for whatever reason, this is a really, really good option for you, and it's absolutely delicious. You can grab it on our website, supersetyourlife.com. Thanks much for stopping by. Thanks everybody for the support. Much love. God bless. We'll catch you on the next video.